Sup?
Happy Tuesday!
Hello.
We are here with Psalmist, our guest this week. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Doing
Taco Tuesday. I'm doing fantastic.
You didn't get lost in the woods on the way over?
Nah.
Okay.
Well, there was a Mexican with tacos, so I kind of ventured on in there, and then I got smart and ran out.
My favorite restaurant actually is a Mexican restaurant just right up the road. Anybody from Pickens eat at Fiesta?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. For those of you not from Pickens, you're missing out. Just
I almost shared the
FYI.
video, man.
Yeah, I just shared it, man.
You went to Fiesta?
No, I just shared the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this video. Okay.
So, let's go around and say who you are, what you do, and something weird about you.
Ooh.
Dude.
Yeah, I know.
Are y'all
So
gonna
we'll
do
start
it too?
with this guy in the corner who's not with Psalmist. This is BG. Is it
Yes.
BG or BG?
It is BG.
It's BG.
Brian Garrett, for those of you that don't know my nickname. And I've been playing bass with at Downfall the last 2 weeks and enjoying it a lot. And something weird about me is that on Planning Center with the Mill Church, my name is BG. So
For the longest time, I thought that was just what they called you. That's why I asked it. Okay. You.
Oh.
Name, what you do, something weird.
Marcos Oliveris, vocalist, and something weird. Me.
Just
How about that
in
beard of
general.
yours? How about that
me.
beard of yours?
Yeah, I can't even. I didn't even call it a goatee. But
Aggravates the crap out of me.
can't grow it.
He's got the neck beard.
Try.
Beard, but I trimmed it before I came. So.
veneered.
Yeah.
You.
My turn.
Golden Girls.
I'm Jamie Anthony. I play guitar and I like the Golden Girls.
It's not that weird, is it? It's not that weird because I watch it every night.
Do you?
You.
Thank you for being a friend.
I'm Cameron. I'm the drummer. And I like what?
You got so
Hey,
many.
man,
I got
say your last name, man.
My last name is French. It's Delvaux, I guess.
French.
That's not really
Oh, right.
weird.
Last name's
It's
not
normal.
Cameron Delvaux.
Something cool about me. My middle name is Storm.
We said weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well,
That's cool.
We didn't say cool.
Well, I guess
Well, I had to make it.
Because I'm jealous of that.
I hate my middle name. So.
Yeah.
What's yours?
It's not going on camera.
What's something weird, man? You get so many choices.
I don't know.
Is
He
blonde your
stands
natural
very
hair-
feminine
Is
like.
blonde your natural hair color?
No.
It
That's
is not.
I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that story.
You, name, do,
My,
and weird.
my name is Paul Fowler, and I play the bass. And
Flop.
yeah, flop.
Kind of like this interview right now.
It's something weird. My guilty pleasure in music is We the Kings, and I don't care who knows it.
Oh,
Quick
there was that
question,
vibe.
because that sparked my thoughts, and I'll start it. What's your least favorite rock band ever? Mine is Guns N' Roses.
Really?
I'd rather stomp my toe very badly and have to have my toenail pulled
Yeah, I
off.
don't even
than
listen
Well,
listen
that's
to
not really shocking, but I mean, I can.
Hate them.
Wow.
Okay, quick, top of your head.
Metallica.
what?
No,
You're
no.
New Metallica, yeah, I understand. But yeah.
No, either Metallica.
Oh, really?
So I don't
I
listen
prefer
to that.
Megadeth.
I don't listen to
You
that
could have
much.
said that for something weird.
I don't listen to that much type of music, but I guess I don't know.
At a downfall.
That's a good one.
Oh, snap.
That's a good
Touche,
one.
Mr. Fowler. Touche. I'll tell you mine. I'm going to catch a lot of crap for that. Avenged Sevenfold, my
Really?
least
Is
favorite.
that-
rock
I
band.
don't like him either, but Sinister
I don't
Gates
like
is
him
a
either.
beast.
Yeah, he
Yes.
is.
His
He's
solos
nasty.
are.
Just in general,
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a big fan of the vocals.
Yeah, I'm not either. Yeah, that's
So,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
They're all musically talented, but just together.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Story Edwards is my friend now because of you guys.
Yeah, what's up, story?
Nice.
Hey, there's
Oh,
Austin
hi.
Jordan.
Austin Jordan. Hold on one second.
I have. Oh man, I didn't bring my truck. I had my sign. I had my sign too.
It's gonna be backwards.
And it, yeah.
Oh,
Go watch
yeah.
the video in the mirror.
Cupcake.
Cupcake.
No, that's what I really meant to put up there.
We saw you go through a table.
No,
Yes.
Get up, Kyle. Get up.
His
Trying to think of
twin cousin went through a table. This is Kyle Hyatt. Austin Jordan is the one that went through the table.
Oh,
That is Kyle. Austin Jordan wrestles.
man.
You can see for those of you
Very.
for those of you who didn't watch that episode, you see him there. That is Kyle. That is the related cousin of Austin Jordan. Just FYI.
Oh man. My whole life is a lie.
Okay, so I've heard through the grapevine and from your mouths, y'all are recording a single soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
How soon is soon?
Is it like our version of soon? Or
It will. It will be
About 10
done.
years soon.
I don't know.
I want to say.
N/A. Okay.
I want to say at least by the end of July.
Okay.
At
Yeah.
least by
Yeah,
then.
but hopefully sooner than that.
Do you have a title of the song, like it's ready, or you just
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
it's
we have this.
called Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones? Y'all play that in your live set now?
Yeah.
So
It's
it's-
heavy enough to break bones.
It is. Good.
Sticks and Stones will break your bones.
No, we will.
We will break it.
I've heard a little clip from. Okay, is it James, Jamie, or Hampton? I am so confused.
Whatever you want to call me.
Golden Girls
Shirley.
showed me a version on his phone one day, and it was pretty nasty. And I was jealous.
We changed tuning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I heard
changed,
about
that one was in drop B.
Yeah.
So now they
So
play in drop
now we
A.
play in drop A.
So if you're not musically inclined, it's deep.
Er,
Go Google Impending Doom. Every single one of their songs are in drop A, and that's how deep it is.
Plan on going lower at some point.
No.
Jill?
No,
we tried.
Not
G.
saying we didn't like it.
You go get a second show. One of the
Jennifer.
songs I fit for a King's new album was in drop F.
Now, from our experience, we did try to.
We tried drop A one time, and it was muddy.
You need to adjust your EQ on your amp if you're going to tune
Yeah.
it A. But you almost have to keep it as clean as humanly possible,
Yeah,
or you can't
it
even.
was weird too because it didn't mesh with our sound. 'Cause since we sing, I don't know how Breaking Benjamin does it. Maybe they got more money. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's really close.
Just maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we might be off by a couple orders of magnitude.
Yeah.
But we're there.
Not too much. Probably just a couple million.
Yeah.
No biggie.
So back to the song. What is the song about?
He wrote it, so.
All of it.
Yeah.
Lyrics, music.
Lyrics, and then we had a general idea of the music, and we took it to Andrew from Sarah, and he gave it sort of
Just some spice.
Giving it some
spice.
Some Emerald Bam.
some just pow.
We wrote like a bunch
But
of.
it's about in a short way of putting it, it's about bullying, and even though people can pick on you and everything, you're supposed to forgive them, but then sometimes people don't accept that forgiveness. So who's the coward then? Like,
Hey.
Is this from personal experience?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a legitimate question.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of from personal experience and stuff that I've just heard, through the years from both friends and everything. Just so that.
I was bullied in high school. Yeah. Not really. I was just really skinny. So I got pushed around literally a lot.
Yeah.
So.
I would push you around.
Yeah, you probably. Guns are pretty big, so.
They're golden.
Oh.
Okay.
B. Arthur would be so proud.
Any of y'all have questions? Because I'm out already.
You're out. Oh,
Yeah.
I got
No, I was
Trini.
just winging it.
All right, we talked about this within our band, and I'm sure everybody's different. What is your songwriting process? What do you start with when you write a brand new song?
We write different. Like, a lot of
Yeah.
times we write like lyrics first.
Like you write a poem and then put music to it?
Well, number one thing that I can't vouch for them, but number one thing I do is I usually pray before I ever even put pencil to paper. But whenever, I usually do it in poetry because I'm better at poetry. The first time I joined this band, I showed them a bunch of poems, and Jamie was like, "Yeah, we can make those into songs, man." So that's basically.
I'm just making sure. I noticed from experience, if I mumble, It won't pick up.
Okay, so I'm mumbling.
Yeah.
Stop
No,
mumbling.
you have to really project for that to pick it up. So.
But I like that though, because if you do it that way, lyrically it has a lot more meaning because you're not just trying to fill a space that music is occupying with words. That's like a heartfelt sentiment that the music is written around, which is a really good idea.
Fun fact about our single Sticks and Stones, I actually wrote the general idea in my head using the tempo of an oil pump at work. Because
Have you ever done anything like that?
No oil pump.
I haven't either. I tried one time. I tried using my windshield wipers.
Because
work.
whenever we oil down a car, it says tuk, 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 tuk. So I used that beat to make the general idea, but then it changed. So I was like, I did.
He's talented enough; he can take any sound on earth and write a song around it.
Nope.
Not to say go on YouTube and find out what. I mean, have you seen
the guy
the mayonnaise is an instrument by Patrick Starr? Yeah, it's on YouTube. And the guy's got a whole song about mayonnaise, and it's recorded mayonnaise squirting close to the cap, and that song got it.
Or do that
That's
guy
amazing.
that goes yo yo
Too much
yo
free
yo
time.
yo yo yo.
So how long?
Never looked that up.
New single, next album confirmed.
How long have you guys known each other? I've known some of you guys individually for a while, but
Me and him have probably known each other longer than I've known Marcus since we were about what you say 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
We actually used to live 2 apartments down from each other, and then we kind of separated after I moved into Liberty, and he was still in
Separated, but you got back together.
Separated.
It was meant to be.
And then this
This is the
story
funny
about-
part
this
of
is
it,
the funny part. Marcos kind of messaged me and goes, "Hey, you play drums, don't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can play drums." And he's like, you wanna join our band? Well, we go to Guitar Center. They bring me along to Guitar Center, and it turns out I can't play drums. But
Are you lying?
I wasn't lying. I actually thought I could play drums. But
It's like, oh, it seems easy enough.
it seems easy enough. No,
You air drum a lot.
actually,
So
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I feel too. Until I sit behind
Well,
a
no,
left-handed drum set.
Mostly through high school, I would get in trouble for like banging on my desk, and I can keep a beat and stuff like that. That's why I thought I could play drums, but I can't.
I play amazing double kick in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get me out of the car and no. Yeah.
But I was like, I can play bass, so they're like, okay, we need bass.
Yeah. And me and him were in another band before this one. Me and Jamie, we tried to do another one. And then that didn't work out, so we got this one. Then got Paul, and he came up with a name while we were sitting in the van store
Where'd you come from?
at the mall. And then
We found him on
Paul-
the side of the road.
Paul knew him from...
We've known each other
I've known people.
for a pretty long time. I went to church with him and everything. We kind of separated. Then while I was
Man, there's a lot of separation
I know,
going
yeah,
on.
there's a lot of separation.
For God heals all wounds.
Oh,
Is that a real tattoo? You got the O Sleeper tattoo?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
I want that so bad.
Show,
Continue.
show the camera. Show the camera.
cameraman.
I'm jealous because this is the tattoo I want.
Yeah.
first tattoo, and
Now
I'm
you
planning on
can do
getting
that.
more.
Somebody else
Now
can-
it's the horns cut off the goat.
Somebody else
Right?
can-
Yeah.
now you can.
Which makes it
You
pretty.
can still
A lot
get
of
it if you
people
want-
don't.
If you want it.
A lot of people see the Bible as boring and loving. It's brutal if you read into it.
is.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Especially
awesome.
in the Old Testament. Oh, yeah.
It's metal.
I had a friend of mine who watches this show, David Barnes. If you come on later, we talked about you. Told me about a story, and I think it's Judges chapter 3, where a king gets kind of assassinated, disemboweled, where the guy stabs him, leaves the sword in his stomach, and he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
So he said he stuck the sword in so deep that the handle was touching his stomach. He just left him there, and like his bowels exploded, and he like locked the door behind him. But the guards didn't rush in because they thought the king was in there relieving himself because of the smell.
Oh, no.
Oh my
So
God.
the guy escaped and kind of like helped free Israel because he assassinated the evil king and
Made him
Pulled
yeah
his pubes.
made him like
man.
soil himself in the smell. They thought he was just like using
oh
the
man,
bathroom.
he should have ate
It's
that.
the same- It's the same
Tomato.
thing with Judas. Whenever he hung
Yeah.
himself, he was there for days, and whenever the rope finally snapped, it says his bowels bursted across the earth.
I've always heard I'm going to kill the crap out of you. Maybe that's a Southern thing. But in Judges, that was the first time it was recorded in history that someone had the crap killed out of them. So, just a little Bible trivia for you guys.
But I was working at Burger King all out of no. Yeah, I know. While I was at work, out of nowhere, Paul messaged me saying, "Hey, you want to be in our band?" I was like, creepy. Yeah. And then like an hour or something later, I get off of work, and then I meet these two with him.
See, the thing was, I didn't know he played drums, but his dad played drums. So I was like, maybe for a chance, there might be a chance he plays drums.
He can talk to his dad about playing
drums.
I said that was creepy because I met him at Subway while I was working at Subway.
Man.
Like, was it just randomly?
No, it's a long story.
Long story short, I was really mad because I was deciding between should I be an engineer or major in music.
Gotcha.
And I said, God, you had to show me because I'm stupid. I either need to do one or the other or do both at the same time. I don't know what to do. And someone came in the door, threw my hat across the room, yelled words because I was mad. I was in the middle of praying.
Right after he prayed, he screamed a curse word.
Yeah, no joke. And I walked up front and it was him.
Oh, man.
Well, and the only reason I was there is 3 months before that, I had a really bad lung condition. I'd gotten an infection, almost died. So I would not have been there had that not happened, and because I would have been at work, but I was grocery shopping with my wife because I hadn't been cleared to go back to work yet, and my kids were really small at the time when we stopped by Subway to get them something to eat, and he was working, and I remembered you from us playing Charlie Hayes' birthday party, and he was playing one of our songs, but doing sweeping arpeggios to one of our songs, and I was like, I gotta remember that guy.
Sure. And I did that on purpose too. That was not my mistake. I knew they were there. I played a song of theirs to leave that seed in their mind. It worked.
But and it took what, like 3 years?
It took a while.
It took 3 years,
but it worked. Persistence.
But that just proves that God is in every situation. If you allow Him to work, you just kind of have to get on the same page as Him. But if you're working towards Him, then it all works together for good.
It's awesome because, going to church with him. Back in the day, then not hearing from him forever. Like, I never thought that, like, back in that day that he would have asked me to come into this band, and it really changed my. And I was on the brink of, should I go to college in Arizona, or should I try to be in a band because I really want to do both. And then Paul comes around. That answered my question.
So y'all were actually like trying to make it.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah.
We're not just doing this just for fun like we are.
No.
For the most part, for right now, yes, this is a serious band. But me and Marcus have kind of talked to the band. Marcus can shed some more. But me personally, I've been called into the ministry as a pastor.
You're a youth pastor right now,
I'm a youth minister right now, yes. And I've talked to the band several times about this, that this is what God's called me to do right now, but it's not what God has called me for my life.
Right.
So I enjoy this. I enjoy this for right now, and I plan on staying here until God calls me out of it.
Can't wait for that day.
Yeah.
Which is a really good way to think about it, though, because if you ever try to do anything outside of God's will, you're automatically it's not going to end well.
Exactly.
So now you, Marcos Oliveras, for all you people wanting to know, we're in a hip hop group, LFH.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go from hip hop to metal?
Oh, Lordy. Yeah,
They're both hard hitting.
Well, I mean, as I always said, he's the one that got me into metal. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't know that. But I don't know, a youth retreat or something in Tennessee or something like that.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you played with it for Eric.
And he showed and he showed me some
I don't remember you.
Oh yeah. He showed me For Today, and that hooked me.
Oh man.
But yeah, I always like Skillet and stuff like that. I kind of was on the lower end.
Oh wait, no, I do.
And then he showed me that, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still rap. It's not, like I don't, somebody even wanted me to do something in May, which I forgot about that just now. But yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It just happened.
I used to want to do country music.
Yeah, you really did.
Every time
Are
I
you
hear that,
serious?
well,
I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I wanted to be a country artist for the longest time.
I can see you opening up for Luke Bryan.
Oh man, are you gonna be like legit country or like pop country?
Legit.
Cowboy Troy?
Country?
I'm talking.
Are you country?
I'll like
You country?
Red Solo Cup
no.
Dip in your mouth country?
country.
Marco Cindy McCullum said hello.
Now, I have a question for
Hey.
you guys.
Uh-oh.
No, you're not allowed to ask that
Yes.
question.
What is the band that got you guys into metal? I know, like
Disciple.
Oh,
Disciple.
yes.
I seen them live once. Oh, it was storming outside.
Into metal, Disciple, yes. And that's actually the first signed band that I ever got to play with was Disciple.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was a contemporary Christian snob, and I thought if you didn't listen to contemporary Christian, you're going to hell.
That's how my mom
Because that's
was.
how I was raised, and I listened to a Disciple album, and the first thing it said was, "I just know Jesus the way I just know Jesus the truth. I just know Jesus the life," and then it screamed, "I just know Jesus is my God." And it was on an old CD player, and I was like, "Well, if they're saying this, they can't be bad."
I told my
And
wife
this is
that's
awesome.
the song I want played at my funeral, by the way. In all seriousness, yes.
So yeah, so my mind flipped on that.
There's a band that got me into Disciple, Bride. I don't know if you've heard of them at all. They were
Oh
the Disciple before Disciple.
Yeah.
The lead singer's kind of gone off the deep end now, but they were really good back in the '90s. That was about as heavy in Christian music as it got. Was Bride.
I remember them.
Now there's.
Yeah,
Now there's a lot.
I have one for you, and I just picked up the EP. Listen to Nothing Left. It's the members of For Today.
Yes.
Playing.
Yeah, I heard this.
Yes.
I have the EP. They released it on April 21st. It is amazing, but
So heavy.
It's all about
nothing
Maddie,
but
right?
heavy. Yes.
So
Yeah.
heavy it makes me go.
Oh my
cross-eyed.
gosh. Yes.
Were you a For Today fan, BG?
Yeah, man.
But for me, Metallica was the one that got me into metal. And then
What
I transitioned
album?
to like Injustice for All, probably, because that was the most progressive. And then obviously I went the route of like Dream Theater.
Oh, Dream Theater's good.
Now the band that got me into music would be a coin flip between DC Talk and Audio Adrenaline.
Oh, I saw Audio Adrenaline just.
Now it was like I'm like the old school original members though from like the mid '90s is when I first kind of got into all that. Like Jesus Freak had just come out, or Free at Last was ending up into Jesus Freak for DC Talk, and then Audio Adrenaline bloom into some kind of zombie. Those two albums were that kind of formed me into paying attention to music. They just, I don't know if it was the time in my life or the music was just that good, but something about it just sucked me in wholeheartedly. And that's really what you want Christian music to do, is you get kind of engulfed lyrically, and if it's the right lyrics, that can either make or break you music-wise. Lyrics. So whoever writes lyrics for you guys, you hold like a sword in your hand when you hold a pen, because that for me that was I was looking for a style of music, and praise God I found one that was lyrically and biblically solid, because you can find any style of music in any like with any meaning, but for it to have been Christian in those formative years of my life, and that's kind of why we try to promote bands like you guys as much as possible too, because we know your hearts, and we know that you're not going to be pushing stuff that young people shouldn't be taking part in. It's super important, and you don't really realize it sometimes until years later. People's lives that you've affected, or even how you've helped yourself stay on track by being that leader or that good witness to people. It's a bigger deal than you get credit for.
I can't imagine if I didn't have the bands I had when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I built so many relationships, and I mean, that's all I did with my life was playing in those bands. We go practice. That was it.
Right.
And I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. I mean, that was the best. I couldn't imagine anything better.
Now, with you doing hip hop music, I don't know if you've heard of them, Gospel Gangsters from mid '90s. It was like the Christian version of Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg, but it was like four guys that did nothing but like gangster rap.
I saw some live video of y'all back long ago with a rap group, and there's like a crowd of people.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I found it some like in the deep dark parts of YouTube.
The Elements
Okay,
is the group.
I
Yeah.
saw that. I was like,
Yeah, I
this is
remember that.
awesome.
They're still around. They're
Really?
still doing their thing. Yeah, they took a small hiatus, but they're still around, and they occasionally watch this. So Brian, Connor, Mike, I'm glad you guys are still doing what you're doing. But I think they're recording also, but amazing. They were good enough in their prime, and which they're still in, by the way. But they opened for Kanye West at the Colonial
Really?
Center. In
Oh
Columbia.
man!
Mhm.
Wow.
And we just by
Really?
I say by chance.
Really?
I say by chance. We were both booked by a mutual friend to play in Columbia for a small youth group, and he said, "How about you guys How about they freestyle with you guys? Just pick a song." So we picked our song "Inside," and they had like 5 minutes to write those lines, and they just came up with it. And one guy just freestyled the whole thing, and it didn't change much in that video you saw, but that was about the second or third time we'd ever done that. But
Wow.
they're legit good. Band wise, like that have influenced you guys, and it doesn't necessarily have to be metal. Are there any like off the wall?
Toby Keith.
For a minute, I thought you meant Toby Mac. I
No.
was like, I can see the
No.
plate.
Toby
He
Keith.
said Keith. He said Keith.
That's what got me into music.
I guess so. I guess what got me into music. I'm grown up with classic with
I growed up.
classic rock. Is Creedence Clearwater Revival. Got me into music. I just love the southern sound of their music. But the two bands that got me into metal was before I even ever got saved or even heard there was Christian metal was Disturbed.
Ooh,
Just their heaviness got me, and that was a darker time in my life. But the band that got me into Christian metal, y'all may not have heard of them. The name of the band is called Zayo,
Yeah.
and yes, that was the very first Christian metal band I ever heard.
Very, very good. I like Zayo.
My dad is like a huge rocker, like, and so I grown up with like Striper and Dream Theater and everything. Eventually got to the point where I like rock music. I started listening to Disciple, and then metal was Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter was the first metal band. I loved them forever, and then when I kind of got tired of them, I finally saw them live. Got back hooked, and
Really
now-
good live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now my favorite band's Memphis Mayfire, and people hate me for it
Why?
because they suck apparently.
The new stuff is not.
Yeah, sorry, Maddie.
People hate
Love
his
you.
own band members.
Yeah,
Let's see. No, I used to be into country music, and then I started.
And then you got a taste in music.
Oh, what's that?
Hey.
And I hated rock music, and then I started listening to Skillet. I don't know how. My youth minister showed me Skillet, Philip Crane, and then after that, my sister showed me Falling in Reverse, and then I didn't really care for it much, but I listened to it because I thought it made me cool. And then I started listening to Plagues the Devil Wears Prada Plagues album, and I was just
Favorite
he's
band
so angry.
Speaking of Devil Wears Prada, if I remember right, they are opening up for the Killswitch Engage Anthrax tour.
Really?
Oh man,
If I remember right. Jamie Duncan asked, "Ever listen to Vengeance Rising?" Anyone?
What's up, Jamie?
I don't know what that is.
I never heard of them.
no.
Jamie, we will look them up.
You won't.
No, I haven't. What's up, Jamie? Hope you. Oh, hey, girl. What's up, Abby?
Abby!
Is that your sister?
Yeah, that's my sister.
So what about you?
Uh-oh.
Of course, you introduced the metal, but yeah, I did a Skillet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Skillet, and then Red here and there. I like Red more now than I did then.
I know you like hip hop though. What's one of your favorite?
Oh goodness,
Probably
probably NF.
Yes.
NF, yes.
Goodness gracious.
Love
Yeah.
listening to
Yeah, I mean, I like the crazy stuff, but not like when he was my inspiration when I was younger. got me into writing and stuff.
Being
But
too quiet.
NF is definitely the dude now.
For those who don't know, what does NF stand for?
Nathan, and then I don't know how to say his last name.
Okay.
Fruit or something, I don't know.
When I first heard of him, I thought it meant not finished. So I don't know why.
So name's not finished.
You know,
I don't know
you
why.
know what the only rap album I listened to was growing up?
Cool.
KJ52.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
use
I
them
seen
too.
him
Not
at Jimmy
Mountain
Fest.
Dew.
Seen him live a couple
Oh,
times.
yeah.
Got a Coke and a fried cheeseburger.
Back before you joined the band, and back before even Kyle joined the band, we played with him at Redemption, I think 4 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who, KJ?
Mhm.
Yeah. He's
Now-
pretty good live.
And there are so many like Christian artists though that are really good people, and he's one of those. And so is Lecrae, because we met him at North Greenville when we were doing a little radio thing. But you would never even know they were famous artists. Just so down to earth and genuinely nice people. And he's one of those. Disciple is like that also. Lecrae, I thought he was a student. He was so nice. And he even like helped us load stuff in. I had no clue who he was until after we left.
Oh, wow. I'd have done it probably peed my pants. That's a cray. So
Yeah,
dude.
genuinely, really, really good people. That's what I was talking to BG before Seventh Day Slumber. They're not super heavy, but extremely good songwriters and good Christian guys also.
I've seen him live before.
Which bands watching this, that's really important because people remember if you're a jerk.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
be nice.
We played with a couple.
We have played with a few. Yeah, we won't mention them though because we're above that.
Yeah.
Tell us later.
So how did you guys get hooked up with recording and being helped by a Sarah?
Oh,
How did that
man.
happen?
That's all.
We
man.
met
That's all.
Sarah at the concert that y'all played at first.
Yeah, we went
Yeah,
to see y'all at what was it? Invasion?
Yeah,
Or
Invasion.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the channel then.
The
Yeah,
channel.
the channel, yeah.
We went and saw y'all at the channel. And
That's whenever
Mike,
they played.
I
Mike
remember
was
coming
like,
to you and said, "Hey,
he's
watch
they're-
them while we load up."
You said they're heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we heard them bass drops. That's it.
Another genuinely good group of guys.
Oh yes.
But how did the relationship happen from there?
I remember
We went-
Yeah.
After that, we went to go see them at Ground Zero.
the last show.
It was their
yeah.
last show. And then we started talking to
I
them.
remember we wanted to get in a studio or whatever, and then he messaged, somehow he sent me the Collective Studios where he works.
You're talking too quiet.
Somehow,
Jet.
I'm trying to think.
You're the screamer. You're
You're the
supposed to be
screamer. That's
loud.
what happens when you scream. But yeah, for some reason he sent Collective Studios for some reason. And so we figured out how much it was. We were like, oh, let's try it. And yeah, it happened.
I remember,
It's a
like,
God thing.
when I first met them, when we went to Marathon, that's when I first met Andrew. And we were like, and on our way there, I was like, we need let's not like jump into it. Let's meet him. Let's meet the other few people.
Right.
After meeting him, we're like, he's the one.
Yeah, yeah.
He's it.
That's what my wife said about me too. I'm being serious too. I'm her only boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Same
There
with
was,
my
there was
wife.
truth in that. It was a joke, but yeah, it was true. Anyway.
Yeah, and then from there they
I forgot.
mentored us because they seen us play here when we played with y'all,
Yes.
and then so Andrew mentioned it. Brandon said, let's mentor them, just kind of give them some guidance or whatever."
Did they come to y'all about that, or did you go to them?
They yeah, they did
It's-
us. Yeah, because that's
Or
what I
the
was
mutual?
like. That's what I was like. I was glad it wasn't us going to it. He actually messaged me and
Yeah, he messaged us.
Yeah.
about it.
Saw y'all's potential.
yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Apparently.
Usually it's the other way around. That's
Apparently.
good.
Yeah.
And boy, did they help us get better.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Said
'cause
they're just doing
I've heard a couple clips, and I didn't think it was them. I thought he was showing me some other band. I was like,
We
oh my gosh.
just today I was watching one of the clips we had playing here.
Oh,
and
I was like,
Oh yeah.
I cringe.
I wanna-
It's so bad.
Was that your first show, though?
That was our.
If you want to be technical.
That was our.
If you want to be technical.
We played at a church.
We played at
He goes.
yeah.
Playing at church is always really different,
Yeah.
especially playing the other.
That's when I was.
Yeah.
That's when I was just doing vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it was me and you up front.
And it was
him,
Gabe
Screamer, I was singer.
BG and Michael, y'all's first show, was it good?
No, not at all. It was Pickett's High School Battle of the Bands in 2005.
Oh my gosh!
My very first show. My very first show, I opened up for Out of Downfall, and it sucked.
Oh man,
I thought they did pretty good, but that was the concert that we shot the video for The Chosen. That's on YouTube.
No, it was at a little tiny church.
Oh, y'all played with us before then?
Yeah.
Was that in the strip mall?
No. It was in a little church. It was in a little a black church where most are black.
That's racist.
Wow. I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, like if you look at the video, your hair's like really long. The album hadn't even come out yet.
Wow.
my very first concert was I was in a band with my brother. Our band's name was called Revenge of the Saints. That was the name of the band. It was a Christian rock band. We weren't metal.
You misspelled nerds.
Oh,
It was me, my brother. My brother played guitar. Our friend Josh. We had 2 bassists, no drummer. It was me and my friend Seth as a
double bass.
and my girlfriend at the time and another girl. So it was like 7 people.
You're dating 2 girls.
No. One girl
Go,
and
Paul.
then another girl. Well, we ended up. We played the song "I'm a Believer" for the. It was
The one that was on Shrek.
Yes, it was Pickens. It was Pickens County Has Talent. 2012, I believe.
Yeah.
And
you proved them wrong.
So
Oh my God.
Pickens County
He's on
does
a roll
not.
today. You're on a roll.
we got.
Speaking of jerk bands.
Only 4 people were able to go through to the final round, and we were 7 votes away from making it with 2 pieces.
That's never the completion. So
Hey, calm down, sir. Calm down.
Dang.
That was my first band.
I was in multiple youth bands
Right.
that were awful. Like we, like the,
you were.
I yeah. Like the one of them was very, very bad because we had one non-believer in our youth band. That right there kind of not good. And we were called Cryptic. All right, my friend Ben might be watching it. He was in it, and every time we talk about it, we cringe. The first and only time we played for our church, oh, I'm gonna cringe. We were playing a Monster by Skillet.
Oh gosh.
With the actual song playing in the background.
Oh.
While we were
So you're like lip syncing with
No,
instruments,
we
or
were
you're just playing
we were
it.
playing it
Oh
while the
my
song was
gosh.
playing. It was so.
So if you're off at all, it's like.
I'm done talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't blame
Oh,
you.
wow. Yeah, I remember when I rapped over songs because I didn't know what else to do because I just started.
That's a whole other animal too. That'd be good to know. But how did you write your own songs when you did that, or is that even possible?
What do you mean, like?
Or
when
is
you-
it just the actual CD and you just hit the CD and you just said what they were singing?
Yeah, that's
Same.
what they were saying. But that's what I guess that actually helped me to be really on point with stuff because I would literally
Line up.
try to line exactly. And I
Right.
learned to do that better. So I mean, I guess that did actually help me in a way, but it kind of was dumb there.
I've never thought about having to like write a rap album. You'd almost have to invest in some kind of like synth tracks and keyboards and drum loops, and that'd be difficult. I don't know that I'm patient enough to like go in and click and drag every time you want a snare hit
It's like
or a
it's like
hi-hat.
808.
Yeah.
808. No, it ain't 808.
The whole time there's nothing but bass drops. Boom,
808.
boom.
Depending who's last album.
Hey, guess what's about to go here? 808.
And the name of the track will be 809.
No, it'll be 808.
You gotta add all of those 808s up, and that's the name of the song.
Oh my gosh.
808.
I would love to see a band have like legit like random titles. You know, like Chariot just had random titles for
Yeah.
their songs. One song title is literally just nothing. That
It's
way,
just
when
blank?
it'd be blank. So on
This
the
song
back
is called-
it's just blank, and on your iPod it's just blank.
All right,
Pick it up. This next song is called.
We're already like talking about our next album, like our full album, and we're gonna be doing some of that.
We're gonna be
crazy.
doing
Yeah, it's crazy.
some stupid things.
I'm just talking.
That's always fun.
Oh yeah.
Like I wish, like
We
I always wanted to be in a band that did that, just because I'd always think of crazy
Milk of
things.
Magnesia.
Yeah, and that'd be awesome to have a song
I'll give
title.
you a
like that.
little sneak peek of it. The song that I'm writing for the next album is called High Quality H2O. That is literally the name of the song.
It comes from
Bobby Boucher.
Yes. That's some high quality H2O.
Mama said.
Mama said.
Mama said.
That's pretty good. My mama said it was. My mama said that it was pretty good.
then
Mama said that you was the devil.
the one
What's that?
Do you have any plans for it being a concept album, or is it just gonna be just a straightforward?
No, my mama said. I don't know.
See, we're gonna record the single, and then play some shows and stuff, make some money because we're broke,
Yeah.
and then do it, and then do the EP.
Yeah.
And if people like it, which hopefully they will,
Hopefully.
then we'll do a full length album later, which will have
And then you'll
different.
get signed,
Yeah.
go on tour, and hopefully they'll like it.
that's the plan.
Rise
and you'll
Records,
repeat.
In Vogue Records.
Whoever does Warped Tour.
Bands.
A lot of bands look. I've seen a lot of semi-local bands play Warped Tour. I mean, you might be playing on grass, but
Carolina Rebellion.
I am fine with it.
Is another one that you could try and get in.
I
on.
like grass.
And there's a band that I actually got in touch with from North Carolina over Instagram called The Worshipper. And they actually got to open up whenever For Today was in North Carolina for their farewell tour. They actually got to open up for them.
Wow.
They're a local band up in North Carolina.
And Jamie's in contact with Wage War.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Very
I'm in
good.
contact with Wage War
Seth from Wage War.
Yeah.
and Oceano. I talked to Adam for Oceano a little bit.
We're gonna see them.
Just lightly in the background.
the most contact I ever did is I emailed Shane from O Sleeper about mixing our album, and he replied back, and I was like,
I'm actually friends with him on Xbox.
On Xbox?
Yeah.
and I was geeking out because he posted a picture of his custom-made guitar picks, and I commented on there. I said, I figure you play with Jazz 3 picks like I do. I didn't put that part like
I did.
he played Jazz 3s, and he replied at Michael Hurdo, I do a No Sleeper, and I was like, oh, he talked to me. And I was trying to think of something. I was trying to think of something cool to say back to where he could reply back, and I was like,
Yep.
I got nothing.
You used to reply.
Cool.
Yep. You
Screenshot.
Emoji.
Yeah.
You ever heard of The Animal in Me?
No.
No, they did do a good bit of covers. They have a few originals, but like they're pretty well known for an underground band. And well, shut up.
They're a YouTube band.
The guy Shane produces and mixes their songs too. And I was
O Sleeper show?
no,
Oh.
The Animal in Me. Shane.
Oh, okay.
And they had a band came out called Me Versus You, and it had Shane featured in it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I commented under it, and Shane replied under it and everything. Shane and me and him kind of had a conversation about, what he does, and I thought it was pretty cool when a famous person talks to you.
Speaking of, this will be my last story about that. When I was in middle school, I was just getting into heavy music and stuff. There was a band called Staple that played with Disciple.
yeah.
Look them up. They're crazy good. Their first album, not the rest of them. Staple. I didn't know what I was doing. So I was just like, I emailed because they had contacted us and email on their website, and I was like, okay, copy paste. Hey, you guys got tabs for your songs? No. Hey, my mom says you're demonic.
Are you serious?
Oh no!
Yeah, and I every like other day, because I had 8A day, I would go in my computer lab and email them, and I put that on for like months. And I didn't know I was bothering them because I wouldn't want to get. Well, not saying that. I would love to get. Some guy was geeking out about my band. I would love it.
Please tell me you still have those emails.
No, because I already.
No.
I was middle school. I had no idea. I was probably on Yahoo.
Hey, I'm on y'all.
The court order made him erase all of them.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I was just emailing this band that I like, just random questions like, "Hey, so do your parents support you?
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Yeah, stuff like that,
ice
yeah.
cream?
Yeah.
You like?
I remember-
the Sky?
I sent Skillet a letter one time, and they sent me one back. That was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
I saw Skillet in 1997 when it was just 3 guys who looked like Nirvana on the side stage at Atlanta Fest.
Oh,
Their very first album on the front cover had an iron skillet with the name Skillet across
yeah.
the front.
Oh, man.
I still got it upstairs under my
they were,
bed.
I didn't realize they were that old.
Oh, they're old.
Hmm.
Well, the people who were there,
They didn't.
many are old.
They didn't really start gaining popularity until probably like early 2000s. I think was the
Comatose.
was the first. Alien Youth started in the right direction, and then it.
Did you hear the
Yeah.
song Savior by them?
Mm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that better.
That guitar.
The Alien Youth. That I don't know if that's the name of the album or just the song, but that album there that song is on kind of catapulted them in the right direction because they were just more like a '90s grunge band up until then.
I laugh every time you do that on camera when I watch it.
Oh, because I'm trying to read what's going on.
I haven't
Like,
got
say
context
anything.
yet.
Okay.
It's small.
Jennifer Heitman mentioned a few minutes ago, and I didn't get a chance until now, but there's a music festival going on at Greenville Pickens Speedway sometime soon if you guys want to Google it and see if there are openings. But I talked to the guy who runs the channel today. They relocated to Simpsonville, so if you guys wanted to play sometime in the summer, we're going to try and set something up. I'll let you know. Your fans
I think we
can
could do better.
probably.
By the way, the day we went to go see y'all the last time, we had it GPS, the channel GPS, and it
Mistake.
yes,
Big mistake.
literally, the point ended right in the middle of the road. It was like
You were
nothing.
here.
You are here. It was like
It took us
What?
down next to Guitar Center.
yeah,
No,
it was like right in the like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was
That's,
like
that's
right in the
why.
middle of
That's
the road.
why we thought we were gonna be late, and then we showed up and we were like,
And then we see Baker coming out.
nobody played.
Oh, hey!
So I saw
This
Michael.
is a church. This doesn't say the channel.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's worse, doing that or whenever I started going to the channel and watching y'all. We didn't have that.
Y'all had
And
maps.
it was. I printed out maps and turn by turns, and I had a couple people follow me, and we ran red lights.
Oh, man.
Because if we missed each other, because
There's
I think
no
one
fun.
of them didn't have a cell phone. So
well, it's downtown Greenville. Everybody does that anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
glad y'all have technology to
Yeah.
help you.
So, do you have any upcoming shows, or is it just practicing and working towards
We
recording?
have something in the works, but we really don't want to say right now
Yeah.
because we don't know if it's going to work
We're,
out.
we're trying to book a show with a few certain bands. With
Yeah.
you guys are going to be included. We want to be with the
Oh,
band.
thank you.
We
Good,
want-
because we need shows too.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, we
want
wanna
to
be
be.
on
We want our
first
first
show.
show. We want our first shows to be with the bands that have
Influenced
supported
us
us
in a way.
and influenced us. Which you guys are a part of that. You
Okay.
guys helped us.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
basically
Y'all
play our
were the
show.
very first ones to kind of. I remember
First Friday.
years ago.
Oh yeah.
Years
yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
y'all played for a youth day at Ariel, and
Yeah,
y'all
we're
were,
sorry.
it was at the
At the softball fields.
softball
Oh
field,
yeah.
and I was wearing all black. It was hot as
Oh yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
That's hot. Yeah.
And at the youth rally, you were the only youth there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I walked up behind y'all as y'all were unloading, and you looked over to me, and everybody else was like, I was like stoked because I heard from Taylor Cole about y'all, about how y'all play, and I looked y'all up and stuff, and I was like, man, this is a metal band. I was in middle school.
Man,
and stuff.
Yeah.
a little bit.
This is a metal band. Man. Yes, they're playing. And everybody, I was telling everybody, this is a metal band, and they're like, I don't like metal. So I was the only
Shut
guy.
up, let me listen.
I was the only guy to ever like metal. And I remember I came up to you and was like, some of your heavy stuff, and you were like, no, but do you like that stuff? And I was like, yeah, and I'm the only one out here that does.
Yeah,
You
really.
told me about Demon Hunter and stuff. I was like, you should look them up. So that was-
Yeah, and we played nothing but like slower praise and worship that day. You came to see the metal band, and we did.
I
Church-
remember.
Oh, I couldn't stand that about First
I remember
Friday.
y'all came to First Friday, and
We couldn't stand it either.
y'all played some praise and worship stuff, but then y'all did your own stuff. And I remember after First Friday, I very awkwardly talk to Michael.
Oh yeah,
Like
this guy came out
I
there.
was just like, hey.
That was this guy. He just came out of nowhere.
You played good. I was like, I play guitar too.
It's like when you go on a first date, you're like,
So we both have 2 arms. We
Well,
should hug.
You just lay down your guitar. Do you play guitar?
I played, and I thought you were wearing fuzzy socks.
I was?
You were wearing your white
Why
Vans.
would you remember that?
You were wearing, because I remember I brought it up.
creepy
You were wearing
kids,
your white
man.
Vans with like fuzzy looking socks.
Oh, I think this might have been wool socks. Because that might have been the only socks I had.
I like the way you picked that puppy.
I like the way you fit that puppy.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
That was when your guitar was white and clips.
Yeah, it was before I painted it.
The dude I watched then all the time was Baker. I was like, God,
Yeah.
does he
I
do
was-
that?
I was-
How does he do that crap?
Yeah, we used to play First Fridays for the church, and we play a praise and worship set to appease the elders in the church and to let us come in the first place. And then after they'd have a sermon, then after the sermon, we'd be like, okay, everybody, we're going to play songs just for the youth now. Leave. If you don't want to hear this.
I remember someone was like, yeah, these guys,
It's Christian.
these guys play your type of music.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, awesome, I'll stick around. And then
Toby Keith?
y'all started playing praise and worship. I was like, are y'all stupid or something? This is my type of music.
Hey, their songs were in like drop C.
Yeah, but and then I heard tasteless. I was like, did he just holler? I think he's yelling at
That
me.
boy's gonna ruin his throat.
Holler.
I will admit, y'all are the very first band that I ever saw with a drummer as a screamer. I never saw that before, and I was like, that is very interesting. That is, and I didn't know what to think about it at the first time. But
We're like
I don't
the
like it.
polar
It's too
opposite of
weird.
Under Oath.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
man,
There's another band that does that. I think it was like Since October.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
saw-
love Since October.
I saw them live once. I didn't know if I opened for them, and that was the last I heard of them because I didn't.
Yeah, they kind of just disappeared. I got a picture with them. I got a poster and a CD signed by them. I got the CD in my car.
The
I've been
closest
listening-
we ever got to like being signed was kind of
Yeah.
halfway through them. Marcos Curiel for POD helped get them signed. Our last album, it was sent to his manager, and we had a meeting with him in, I think it was one of like the Hyatt or something like that in downtown Charlotte. But
I just discovered that stuff on top. This is Baker's microphone.
yes,
That's Baker's spit.
yes,
It's nasty.
Yo.
Don't touch it.
That's better.
Oh, now you're a game show host.
We're here. We're almost here. What are you gonna do next quarter?
I have no idea.
Lose.
All right, back to the really uninteresting story since no one was paying attention, and I'll hurry and finish it. But he's the one that got Since October signed, and our shtick was supposed to be we had to raise all the money ourselves to go to California for 3 months, record 6 songs. It was going to cost $25,000. They were going to put us in a 15-passenger van and tour crappy little clubs in the Northwest, and if people liked it, then we would discuss more. So I will tell you now, being signed now is not all that it's cracked up to be.
I remember I played in another band since we opened for Since October, and their lead singer guy, all he did was tell us like, don't get signed,
Right.
self-published and stuff. And so like, then he went on to get signed, and I was like, well, thanks for that,
Yeah, I'm
tell us
not-
when to do
I'm
that.
not
You see
worried
a lot
about all
of you
that.
see a lot of bands now. They're not on record labels because they'll just do GoFundMe. I mean, you build up enough of a name, you get a fan base, and they'll support you because
Well, being signed, I mean, it would have to be like a major label for it to actually pay off
Yeah.
for your effort.
yeah.
I can almost
Right.
guarantee you were better off making friends, being nice, and kind of like what you guys have been doing. Going
Just
to
being genuine.
see other bands, meeting other bands, just building relationships, and you can build off of each other. that way and just play shows, play.
That was a huge thing Friday. Like Marcus is wearing their shirt. We ran into Reason to Find by accident, and we enjoyed them. Saw them 3 other times, and then last Friday my brother's band was playing, and Reason to Find was as well. And we were just sitting outside talking. Shelby, who's the guitarist, walks by us, does a double take, and she's like, "I remember you guys," and it pays off. And now we're in contact with them and everything.
Yeah,
that's the best way for you to grow your band, is not looking to get in front of a label, because to be honest, they'll take every bit of money and
Haven't
energy
you heard
that you have
anything
and
from
love
Memphis
towards
Mayflower?
music.
They're mad at labels.
A lot of times being signed will suck all the fun out of it, because it's nothing but business. You're forced to do this and that. It's not about the ministry or the fun anymore.
Yeah.
It's you have to make it, or you owe more money than you're wanting to talk about to a label, and they'll own everything that you write anyway.
Yeah.
So just keep doing what you do, man. Play. Make friends, make relationships, and that's the
I'm a
best.
friend.
If I could pass
We're
along
in a
any
relationship.
advice,
It's
just,
not a friendship. It's
that
just
would
we're
be
in a
it.
passing
Right.
relationship.
Okay.
I don't want to be your friend.
Okay.
You're mean.
We're ready to play though. I want to play.
it's
We
getting
should be
harder.
playing now.
Most of the places that book shows in the past don't exist
Yeah.
anymore. So that's every week that we come on here, we're hoping that there's somebody watching that owns a venue. So we would really like to play a show.
Because it's weird. Whenever I was in high school, whenever I was y'all's age, how old are y'all? 20.
19.
19.
18.
18. 20. Okay.
Babies.
Yeah. Whenever I would say maybe 16, somewhere around there, there was always a show. And that's all me and my friends did, was go to shows. And then it just dwindled and it went to nothing. And so now I'm kind of like, okay, waiting for it to come back up. And so the second it does, y'all just need to be like, okay. The band, everybody goes.
There's barely any shows now, but like all these local bands are very, very cool people.
Yeah.
Like Head Cell, I worked with I worked at Burger King with the guy that does their merch and everything, and they get on our butts about playing with them and everything. It's just like positive vibes from most local bands, but there's not as much shows.
Yeah, I think it's there needs to be a location to play, because there's a lot of musicians, a lot of bands want to play. And I don't know about y'all, but I just want to go to a show. I don't care if it's metal, because honestly, I like rock shows too, because no one moshes. Because I don't mosh.
Moshing,
I'm the dude Grant's cross.
moshing circle pits. It's kind of overrated.
Yeah,
to
because
be honest.
I go to see the band.
Yeah.
I go to judge the guitarist.
I don't want to pay $25 for a concussion. I want to remember what I'm watching.
He sucks.
So
He sucks at the guitar.
So, but there is no actual place for bands to play unless it's Fall for Greenville and you play country. So you chose the wrong genre.
Whenever I talked to the worshiper and I kind of explained to them where we were, and this was months ago, but since they're from North Carolina, so they're not very far off from us, they said, yeah, it's very hard in our genre to get big in the South, because either people think either they're too country for it, they think it's of the devil, so many different other reasons.
Does it help that we're in the Bible Belt?
Yeah, I mean, like, it helped in the sense that we got Christian members, but we got a huge opportunity to be able to show, hey, yes, we're in a metal band. Yes, he does scream very devilishly,
but it's all for Jesus.
But every word that comes out of our mouth is to praise our King, and that's every chance we get, we sit down, we talk about it, we talk about where our music is going, and if it glorifies God, and if it doesn't, we need to backtrack and do something else.
We don't go through with writing anything that's not either biblically sound and studied, or has some kind of Christian meaning in it.
Positive
Yeah.
outlook.
And I've gotten to the point where with the songs I write right now, and even after we wrote the songs for our EP, I was like, whatever song is not meant to be played, make sure it doesn't get played. And so far, all of our songs are still in the works, so that's good.
Yeah, all of our songs have some sort of Christian meaning, or we can back them up with the Bible.
I'm kind of the butthole of the group, I guess,
Yep.
whenever it comes to this, because every time they say, "Hey, I got a new song idea, and I want you to hear it," the first question I ask is it Christian based or is it biblically based?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, and whenever they say either no or it could be taken that way, I don't want it to be taken that way. And it's not saying that I want it this way, and this way. Whenever I became a Christian, everything that I do is for Christ.
Right.
Not some things like I want to be in a band that can be for me and everything else can be for God. No, this is for God, and that's where I want it to go.
When I was first in this band, I was not in it for that reason. I just wanted to make shows and everything, and then they kind of rubbed off on me.
Well, if you call yourself a Christian publicly, you've got God's name on anything you do anyway. So you're allowed to do whatever you want, but is it profitable or is it beneficial for you to do those things? That's between you and God. But I can tell you from my experience, our last album, we tried to make it a little bit more shades of gray, and even to this day, I feel terrible not making it more overtly Christian. And you can ask Michael, I've changed lyrics to songs completely because I'm like, you know what, that sounds like I'm trying to hide it or cover it up. It's going to be almost like our version of what would come out of the Bible.
Yeah. So I've said this on the last one we did is music is supposed to stir emotion, supposed to be passionate, very serious about music. That's why I don't like my wife's music. That talks about shaking your butt. The lyrics he's writing now, whenever I play it, the songs in practice and I hear his lyrics, it pumps me up so much because, as a Christian, the one thing that fires you up the most is Christ.
Oh, yeah.
So if I hear words that are coming out of Michael's mouth that I can relate to, that's on a totally different level other than anything else I experienced in my life, it's like I just had this huge euphoric thing. I just want to just bang my head against the wall and just go nuts. So it's
Bang your
but
head
if we were, when we play some songs, like if we did a couple Kill Switch covers, even though they may be heavier, it may be funner to play, it doesn't have almost that back end that drives me.
There's a fulfillment that comes from the lyrics. But it to me, I want to write something, and I kind of envision myself like staring eye to eye with some kind of spiritual opposition, or even the devil, if you want to look at it like that. What would I say to him if I was looking at him right in the eye? I mean, that in metal is supposed to be kind of a rebellious thing anyway, or a powerful thing. You guys are playing it because the music alone is super powerful and strong. Well, why can't you sing about things that are super powerful and strong? Jesus is that. Yeah. Jesus was even rebellious, if you will, for his day. So if you're standing toe to toe with a spiritual stronghold or some kind of spiritual opposition, and you're a metal band, why not write what you would say to that if you could have a conversation?
Jesus flipped tables. That's like the most metal thing ever.
What better freedom is right before you hit a breakdown and you're talking about something like that you've overcome or defeated. How much more stronger can you get? Like you don't hold this anymore. You have no control over me. You don't own me anymore. And then all of a sudden,
metal music makes me cry. Have you heard For Today's O Come, O Come, Emmanuel?
Oh yeah.
First time I heard it, I pulled over and had to wipe the tears from my eyes because it was so powerful.
Reflections makes me cry.
Yeah, and because there's some songs we sing in church. I'm like, I want this to be just me personally. I'm like, I worship different for some reason. I want to make this heavier.
I was always told
there's times for
you're always told it doesn't matter what the music is. You should be able to worship God through any music. I can worship to that stuff unless it's Set a Fire. Set a Fire always gets to me. That, but any other song, I just can't get into it.
Yeah,
it's metal that.
right.
I was like that too, and not to say I can't worship on a different genre of music. I can. It's just usually I have to put myself in a mindset of stop paying attention to the music, because I do that a lot in church. If I go to the middle church and I watch y'all play, I'm more focused on the musicians rather than I am the song. And I have to kind of put that in the background. But okay, as a musician, stop focusing on the music, because you're focused on the chord progressions, and you're focusing on everything that's going on that you're not focused on the words and focused on the rest.
A lot of elevation worship, their songwriting is good enough, and the lyrics, the lyrics are powerful enough to where it kind of gives me the same feel as a metal song does, but it's a completely different style of worship music than what I was used to. But the song "Here Is in Heaven" is my absolute favorite worship song. It's got a killer guitar solo in there too. But that's if I'm going to listen to worship music, more than likely it's going to be elevation.
Okay. The biggest thing that kind of I'm going to hold this.
He's going to be talking for a long time.
The biggest thing that kind of ejected me was, and whenever I first got into this band and we kind of moved forward a little bit, was I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to say where, what, but there was an incident where I heard somebody speak to a large group of people, and I was in that large group of people. He asked the question, does anybody know what Vans Warped Tour is? And I was the only person that knew what it was in the group. Where I was in a group of older people, everybody didn't. And he went on to say, Vans Warped Tour is a place where people listen to demonic music, are active drug users, and participate in, excuse me for saying this online, but have sexual orgies and stuff like that. And it kind of...
Only two of those three.
But what kind of... but this was the kicker here. This almost made me cry. And it's probably going to make me cry. But he said, this is a place where we do not need to take our gospel. And
every time he says it, I get
read the Bible.
I need to kick the chair.
He said, this is where Skillet went to, and they got dragged into a demonic situation and stuff, and they got far away from Christ in this position. You do not need to be taking the Bible into a place like this.
Well, you know Jesus didn't die for everybody.
Oh, yeah. He didn't die for the people of Vans Warped Tour. He died for the people of church.
Yeah. It made me almost cry because that's where we're taking, as not necessarily Warped Tour, but dark places.
We're going into the belly of the beast.
He's got a weak God.
And
Who did Jesus hang out with?
Yeah. Prostitutes. He hung out with drunkards. Tax collectors. All these people that were hated.
He just hung out with them. He wasn't going to save them.
Yeah.
He goes from
He just hung out with him because he didn't like him.
He didn't have his disciples.
We are, even though my family may not like it, Marco's family, maybe Cameron's, maybe Jamie's, it doesn't matter. This is what we're called to do. We're going to be playing in bars. We're going to be playing where people are probably stone drunk. And Andrew from Sarah told us, you're going to be playing where if you say the name of Jesus in that place, they are going to hate your guts. And I'm prepared for it. And I don't want to be... I want to be a Christian band. I don't want to be a band that has Christians in it. Yeah. Once my God, the one true God, gave His only Son for my life. I say this all the time. The least I can do is give my life, my entire life, everything that I do for Him.
If it helps to put your mind at ease, the last time we played at Ground Zero. And we always talk about Jesus from the stage at Ground Zero, but we talk about it from a non-judging way. You can tell them, this is what we're about. I'm not about judging you. I actually want to hang out with you guys, come talk to us. We just want you to know that this is what we believe, and that's the only way to get to heaven. But we're not here to judge you for how you believe. We actually get a bigger, better reaction from being honest and upfront than trying to tiptoe and hide around it, because people respect honesty.
Yeah.
They don't have that doesn't mean they like it, but they respect it. And if you try to hide behind what you are called to do, then not only will you almost be disrespecting the people you're talking to, will be disrespecting God also. So don't hide, and I know you guys won't, but no matter where you're at, be who you are all the time. If you're who you are in church, be that same person at Ground Zero. Be that same person at a bar. And I guarantee you, as uncomfortable as you may feel at first, you don't even have to have the words prepared, because God promises you, just go and do my will. I'll give you the words to say. Just give it to Him. That's the best advice we can give you that's not business related, is you go and do and talk about Him, and don't worry about the results, because that's the Holy Spirit's job. That's God's job to bring the results. Your job is just to share the message.
Yep. And cut up with other bands, because there's a lot of times we played shows and with some bands that were very just out there, other end of the spectrum from us. I kind of kick myself every time I think about it that I didn't like talk to them more and goof around with them, like just on a personal level, to build relationships with them. Because now it's like, why didn't I talk to them? That was the whole point of me going there.
Yeah.
Like, it just a lot of regret from that.
We're winding down because Facebook Live has a time limit on it. You guys have any parting words of wisdom or anything you guys want to say to people watching? And we'll upload this momentarily when it's over.
Be on the lookout for more stuff from us. We're not dead. We promise.
Oh, tell them about the symbol.
Oh.
The logo.
You got a logo?
Yeah, we got a new logo.
I just created a new logo. We will be posting it in, I would say, the next week.
Yeah.
Let's say about next week we got a new logo, so be looking out for that.
Designing shirts.
Designing shirts, selling stickers.
I got a lot of people asking me for stickers.
Yeah, if you want one, we got vinyl.
Clifton Welburn, if you're watching this, we need stickers. Stickers.
How do they find you online? What different media outlets are you on?
You can find us on Facebook and
Psalmist
Instagram.
Psalmist Band Official.
You can find us on Twitter. We really don't use it, but you can find us on Twitter.
And we don't have a website because we don't have that money.
We're not that big yet.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
I never use my Instagram, but I'm on
Facebook Psalmist.
Do you guys post any of your videos to YouTube?
Not yet.
That would be a very good idea.
This one's going on YouTube.
This one's going on YouTube.
This one's going
So this will be your first.
Our YouTube.
Yay.
And you guys also you practice and live stream some of your practices, right?
We did our last one, yes.
I watched
It's
it
still up.
after the fact.
Yeah.
I did watch it.
Yeah, anybody out there want to be in a band? Takes dedication, commitment. 4 different dudes. You got to learn each other.
On the bright side, you get to go to all these shows.
Yeah.
You have an excuse.
You gotta.
But don't give up. God called you to do it.
Y'all single?
I am.
Kinda.
Kinda. Yeah, well.
He's talking.
If you're going to be in a band, stay that way.
He said, no, I'm not
Unless God tells you otherwise. But,
Equipment costs money, and so do girlfriends.
school takes a lot of your time, so don't go to school.
Don't do anything with your life.
Wait, don't you go to Clemson?
I did. I graduated.
He graduated.
I'd see him there.
Didn't you see him live stream?
Yeah.
Oh,
Low
no bad.
Low battery.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
We will
Those
get
was
you
all
a
in
shirt
there.
story.
I guess we can.
You don't get a shirt story.
All right. Well, since you're a youth pastor, why don't you do a show at your church? Is that a possibility?
We did.
Actually,
I won't say something. Yeah. Short. Make a long story short, we did do one at my church. That was our very first show.
Yeah.
It was on April 1st, and people thought it was a joke.
We were serious. We were like, we're doing a show. But this was a year ago, and we got a lot of youth out. So many youth came out, but there was also adults there, and we did our music, and some of the adults complained to the pastor, and I don't blame anybody from my church because they knew what we were doing, and they encouraged us to do it.
Yeah.
But the adults complained, and we are no longer allowed to play there because of that situation.
I've been in that situation before.
Do what?
Talking about May 19th.
Yes, May 19th, we are having a youth night at Revelation Church. I'll be bringing the message. We will be playing contemporary music. There'll be games, food, and...
So come.
Yeah.
That's the loudest you've said.
That's what's going to happen. If you don't know where Revelation Church is, message me, and I'll give you the info.
If you need a ride.
Paul Fowler.
501 South Wade Street, Easy, South Carolina, 29640.
Never mind.
All right, so we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching this week. We will post this on our Facebook page, and I guarantee they will share it soon thereafter. Thank you, Psalmist, for coming out to the show. Kaylin, Heard, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
No.
Yeah.